Ladies and gentlemen, and honored guests and students, thank you for coming out this evening, not only to remember those officers who have passed away in the line of duty, but to honor and pay respect to those officers who patrol Medina County every day to ensure our safety. True public service, to quote Albert Schweitzer, is the greatest creed, but to those who may at any moment put their life on the line in the service of the public, to those people we owe special recognition, and your presence here tonight pays that bill in some small way. I would now ask you to stand for the presentation of the colors by the Medina County Sheriff's Color Guard and entrance of the Celtic Eagle Pipe Band. Please remain standing for the performance of the national anthem by the Highland Middle School 8th grade girls choir under the direction of Emily Miller. Please remain standing. Hold on a minute, Highland. We didn't go through this. Please remain standing while the Rise Up and Shine Bright Christian Child Care Center offers up the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by the Lord's Prayer. be seated. We will now have opening remarks from Harper Long of Garfield Elementary School.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Harper, and I'm honored to be here today to speak about our dedicated police officers who work tirelessly to protect our community and Medina around the world. Police officers play a crucial role in making our neighborhoods safer and stronger. They are the backbone of our communities, ensuring that we can live our lives without fear. Whether responding to emergencies, patrolling our streets, or building positive relationships with residents, they make a significant impact. I would like to share a personal experience with you. I am a part of an after-school program called McPowell, and it is an incredible opportunity for my fellow students at Garfield. Through McPowell, we engage in games and other fun activities that help develop social skills and stay active. But do you know who deserves the credit for making this program outstanding? It's our police officers. Their involvement and support has made McPowell a truly remarkable initiative. Today, I want to express my gratitude to police officers worldwide. Thank you for your dedication, sacrifice, and unwavering commitment to keep us safe. Let's remember that we should never let them walk alone. They deserve our support and appreciation. As we conclude, I encourage everyone to appreciate the hard work of our police officers and continue to build stronger, safer communities together. Have a wonderful rest of your evening and enjoy the remaining of the program. Thank you.
You couldn't tell she was nervous at all, could you? That was a wonderful job, Harper. Let's give her another round of applause. It's now my pleasure to bring to the podium Medina City's Police Chief, Ed Kinney.
Good evening. Thank you for attending tonight. I appreciate it very much. Tonight, as we gather during Police Memorial Week, we come together to honor and remember the brave men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty. It's a solemn occasion, but also an occasion of profound gratitude for their unwavering dedication and service to their communities. Every day, police officers across our nation put on their uniforms, not knowing what challenges they may face or what dangers lie ahead. They leave their loved ones at home, knowing that they may be called upon to confront the most difficult and dangerous situations imaginable. And yet, they do so willingly, driven by a deep sense of duty, a sense of community, and a sense of commitment to protecting and serving others. Tonight, we pay tribute to those who answered that call and gave their lives in service to their fellow citizens. Each name read out loud tonight represents more than just a loss. It represents a life of service, courage, and sacrifice. These officers were husbands, wives, fathers, mothers, sons, daughters, friends, and colleagues. They were members of our communities, dedicated to keeping us safe, and their loss leaves a void that can never be filled. But while we mourn their passing, we also honor their legacy. We honor the courage they displayed in the face of danger and the compassion they showed to those in need, and their commitment they had to upholding the values of justice and equality. Their sacrifice reminds us of the extraordinary courage and selflessness that defines the men and women who wear the badge. We also recognize the families of the fallen officers who have made sacrifices of their own. They have endured sleepless nights, worried sick about the safety of their loved ones, and have had to come to terms with unimaginable loss of a spouse, parent, child, or sibling. But as we honor the past, we also look to the future. We must never forget the sacrifices of those who have come before us, but we must also continue to strive for a better tomorrow. We must work together to build safer communities where our officers can serve with dignity and respect, and where they can return home safely to their families at the end of each and every shift. Tonight, let us honor the memory of our fallen officers by living up to the ideals for which they gave their lives. And let us never forget the debt of gratitude we owe to those who made the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty. As officers, we're so very fortunate to work in Medina County. We have tremendous community support for our police officers. We recognize that and we truly appreciate it. I thank each and every one of you for joining us tonight to remember and honor all of the fallen officers. My hope is that their memories will live on in the communities they served and that their legacies will inspire future generations of law enforcement officers. Thank you.
We now invite the Cloverleaf High School Chorus to the stage under the direction of Angela Leonard, and they will perform "Johnny Has Gone for a Soldier." We are now going to invite up to the podium Garfield Elementary student Jackie Powell to read the student "Never Let Them Walk Alone."
Good evening. My name is Jack Powell, and I'll be reading the poem "Never Let Them Walk Alone." Never let them walk alone. The uniform is often blue, but they often come in brown and green and suntans too. Never let them walk alone. The badge may be a shield, it also may be a star, silver or gold, but seen from afar. Never let them walk alone, a thankless job they willingly do, to provide protection for me and you, and they do it. Never let them walk alone, hated by many but loved by few, only they know best the job they must do, and they do it. Never let them walk alone. An arbitrator, negotiator, and enforcer of the law, doctor, lawyer, keeper of the peace. Never let them walk alone. When they're off to work each day, and you're at home, do silently pray. Lord be with them as they go their way. Never let them walk alone. And when their time has to pass, and when their father calls them home, there's a bigger job that must be done. Never let them walk alone. Thank you.
One more round for Jack Powell there. Let's see. We now invite the Wadsworth 8th grade show choir under the direction of Mrs. Samantha Qualick to the stage to perform American Anthem. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the 8th grade Wadsworth Show Choir under the direction of Mrs. Samantha Quallett and my alma mater. It now gives me pleasure to invite to the stage your Medina County Prosecutor, S. Forrest Thompson. Good evening, everyone. I appreciate being invited here very much. I work closely with law enforcement every day. I see their dedication. I see the sacrifices they and their families make. And as a member of the community, I've learned even more to appreciate their services. I want you to focus briefly on the relationship between you and your police community. Do you recognize the uniforms, or do you recognize the people behind the uniforms? That's a critical question, because when those uniforms are not being worn, they're members of our community. Too many times in too many issues, people see only the uniform, and that's what they criticize. We need to remember that when you call 911, that's not your friend that's responding. That's not a family member or a parent. It's the police department, and they're coming to help you. They don't know you personally. They don't ask if you like the police before they get involved. They honor their commitment to our community and to you. And when necessary, they put their lives on the line. As a county prosecutor, I deal with victims of serious crimes in our community on a daily basis. Almost without exception, their first words of gratitude or praise are for the police or the sheriff's deputy or the investigator or the law enforcement agent that arrived on the scene and helped them begin the healing process. If you haven't already, take a moment to know the police officers in your community, the DARE officers, the SROs, the school resource officers in your schools. Get to know them personally. They'll appreciate it, and you will too. Thank you. We will now have the presentation of the memorial wreath by the Medina County Sheriff's Department Color Guard and Medina County Health Director Debbie Cabina Yatsko and Medina High School freshman Madison Davis. We will now bring Addison Leonard, a Cloverleaf High School junior and Medina County Career Center student, to the podium to read the poem, A Shield Against the Night.
A shield against the night. A uniform, a gun, a badge upon your chest. These things don't make you super beings, just men and women, human like the rest. Though sometimes taken for granted or even viewed with scorn or spite, some eyes see you for what you truly are, a shield against the night. At times your job is thankless, another shift has gone by, and not a kind word is spoken, not a single word at all. Those endless hours spent fulfilling reports being nothing but boredom, a headache rages in your skull. You may ask yourself if it is worth it. There are many risks and no progress in sight. The answer is a simple yes, my friend, or for you are a cop, an officer, a shield against the night. A car overturned a robbery, a chase, consoling a victim, whispering all will be well. A frightened child's hand is held, he is lost and out of place. The call of duty is answered with no hesitation, no question. A champion to those who cannot fight, you are. A shield against the night. You stand alone sometimes, the only thing between the darkness and the light. A hero every minute, no matter how mundane the day, take pride in what you do. Although very human, you, my friend, are a shield against the night. Never let them walk alone.
We would now invite to the podium Common Pleas and Juvenile Court Judge Kevin Dunn.
Good evening. I'm honored to be here tonight in order to participate in this program. I've been involved for numerous years, and one thing that's always disturbing to me is that we have to read these cards. These are reflective of an officer who has died in the line of duty. It would make, I think, everyone here on the stage and everyone in the audience much happier that we never would have to do this. But there's a real resolve in remembering these names. Police officers, law enforcement officers, first responders do incredible work in our community. They keep our fiber of being together. They protect, they're the guardians of the gate. They go to work on a daily basis, and you've heard from some of the other speakers, they may not go home. Personally, I have a lot of officers come to my house at all hours of the day and night, and I know that they're working hard, they work together, and they work to protect you and I. I'm very appreciative of seeing a lot of younger people here in the audience, even real young, because this is the time to start. This is the time to set the standard. This is the time to reflect and have them know what it makes to be a police officer. You have to care about others. You have to be willing to serve. That's a lost art. And most of all, to be patient. Because in the course of your day, you may come across some of the worst people in the world trying to do the worst thing to others. And you may have some of the best people in the world having their worst day ever. And having the ability to discern between the two and to protect you and I in the community is what makes them whole. We should be thankful that we have such a great group of officers, state troopers, people that work in corrections, U.S. Marshals, deputies, police officers. I can say from my position that I'm very proud to have these people in my community. I'm most honored that they're out there working for me as you. Thank you.
We now invite our keynote speaker of the night, Sawyer Crum from Cloverleaf Elementary School.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Before I start, I'd like to invite officers and any retired officers on stage with me.
Come on up, officers.
Today, we gather to pay tribute to the men and women who serve as the guardians of our communities, the police officers. Their unwavering commitment to safeguarding our rights, preserving our security, and upholding the rule of law deserves our utmost respect and gratitude. President John F. Kennedy recognized the vital role played by law enforcement agencies in our society. In his Proclamation 3466, issued on April 10, 1962, he declared the week of May 13th through 19th as Police Week. During this time, we commemorate police officers, both past and present, who have dedicated their lives to serving their communities. These brave men and women have established an inviolable reputation for preserving our rights and ensuring our safety. But President Kennedy didn't stop there. He also designated May 14th as Peace Officers Memorial Day. On this solemn day, we honor those peace officers who, through their courageous deeds, have either lost their lives or became disabled in the line of duty. Their sacrifice reminds us of the risks they face daily to protect us all. Fast forward to today, and we continue to observe National Police Week. It's a time to reflect on the sacrifices made by law enforcement officers across the nation. They work tirelessly, often in challenging circumstances, to maintain peace, uphold justice, and keep our communities safe. Their dedication is unwavering, and their service is invaluable. As we gather here, let us express our gratitude to these unsung heroes. Let us remember those who have fallen, those who continue to serve, and those who will step up to protect us in the future. Their commitment to duty transcends mere profession. It's a calling, a selfless act that ensures our well-being. So to our police officers, thank you. Thank you for your courage, your sacrifice, and your unwavering commitment. You are the shield against the night, standing between chaos and order, fear and safety. May your legacy inspire generations to come. In closing, let us honor the men and women of law enforcement, not just during this week, but every day. Their service is a beacon of hope, reminding us that even in the darkest hours, some stand ready to protect and serve. Let us continue to appreciate and support our law enforcement officers, recognizing their vital role in maintaining a just and secure society. And never let them walk alone. Thank you.
I'm going to get ready to invite the Highland Middle School 8th grade girls choir back up to the stage. And before we light the memorial candle, one more round of applause for young Ms. Sawyer Crum. We will now have the lighting of the memorial candle by Judge Dunn and Medina High School student Rebecca Ambrosetti. The memorial candle commemorates all of our fallen officers over the past year. The Highland Middle School 8th grade girls choir under the direction of Emily Miller will now perform Ad Astra, Latin for To the Stars. a roll call reading of the fallen heroes from 2023.
From the state of Alabama, Carlos Taylor, Kimberly Sycophus, and Garrett Crumby.
From the state of Arizona, K-9 Kenzo. From the state of Arkansas, James M. Ilett, Michael C. Maxheimer, Jeff Hust, and Vincent Parks.
From the state of California, Tuan Lee, K-9 Sir, Chad Swanson, Ryan Klinkenbroomer, K-9 Duke, Alejandro Martinez, Brett Harris, Gonzalo Caraco, K-9 Rudy, Darnell Calhoun, Becky Strong, Ralph Serrano, Aubrey Phillips, Frank Murillo, and Rodrigo Delgado.
From the state of Colorado, Genesis Anthony, Michael Moran, Christine Gwen Sandoval, Julian Becerra, K-9 Graffit.
From the state of Connecticut, K-9 Barrett, K-9 Broco, and Robert Garton.
From the District of Columbia, Jeffrey Smith.
Federal agencies, Patrick C. Bauer, Robert C. Castione Jr., John J. Hess, K-9 Freddie, Jacqueline M. Montanaro, Freddie Ortiz, Trinity L. Reinhart, and Scott D. Ritchie.
State of Florida, Anthony W. Rickerson, K-9 Freddie, Michael P. Kunovich, Charles H. Herring, Paul Shiport, Jack S. Stewart, Daniel J. Swain, Jr.
From the state of Georgia, Mark A. McIntyre, K-9 Chase, K-9 Max, Robert D. Clark, K-9 Debo, Robert D. Rogers, K-9 Worrow, Tai M. Brown, K-9 Rio, Clarence L. Williams.
State of Hawaii, Will Sabru.
State of Illinois, K-9 Hudson, Ariana M. Preston, Andres M. Vasquez Lesso, Todd C. Giller Lane.
From the state of Indiana, Timothy J. Geyer, Heather J. Glenn, Michael R. Keel, John A. Durham, Aaron N. Smith, K-9 Falco, James R. Bailey, Asan A. Hacker, Sean A. Burnell, Donald M. Neiswinger.
From the state of Iowa, Kevin M. Cram.
State of Kansas, Frank Hayes Jr., K-9 Bain, Jonah Oswald, Brian G. Razzo.
From the state of Kentucky, Caleb K. Conley.
From the state of Louisiana, Marilyn A. Mayo, Charles F. Dotson, K-9 Harry, Barry P. Giglio, Michael S. Gadawa, Sean K. Kelly, Carl D. Kimball, Robert W. McKinney, Kyle M. Melancon, Trevor A. Abney, Nicholas Pepper, David Poirier, Scotty Canzaro.
From the state of Maryland, K9 Kuno and Scott McArdle.
From the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, Anthony Pasquarello, Paul Tracy.
State of Michigan, Robert J. Silver, Frederick C. Bowens Jr., David E. Cook, Almond Gur Travis, Daniel A. Camerzal, Ism M. Quesm.
From the state of Minnesota, Josh A. Owen and Corey M. Slifko.
The state of Mississippi, Jairus D. Davis, Michael E. Griffin, and Horn R. Tyler.
From the state of Missouri, I.B. Fugate III, Kelly B. Rolando, K9 Champ, Mason E. Griffin, James M. Mulbauer, Jason S. Pullman.
From the state of Nebraska, Kobe L. Baber, Christopher Marcello.
From the state of Nevada, Michael S. Abate, Alberto E. Felix, Anthony J. Francone, Clifford V. Fontaine, and Victor A. Hunter.
From the state of New Hampshire, Lawrence C. Prather.
From the state of New Jersey, Laverne H. Carr, Robert J. Schisler, William J. Garin Sr., Richard Weber, Gerald T. Barbado Sr., Richard E. Tesoro, David J. Lee, Richard L. Ruiz, Jacqueline Montanaro.
From the state of New Mexico, James M. Sides, Anthony D. Ferguson, Sammy J. Trujillo.
From the state of New York, William Anthony Jr., Anthony B. Ash, Shayna D. Mars, Michael E. Barnes, William P. Buckingham, Mark M. Brasic, Lawrence Brome, Gerald T. Barato, Robert M. Burney, Eric Kaleja.
Continuing for the state of New York, Pedro A. Candia, Thomas B. Compitello, Donald E. Kosian Jr., Timothy E. Coyne, Stephen A. Darby, Robert C. Castiglione Jr., William J. DeBlock, Francisco de Castro Jr., Michael A. DeVecchis, Angel F. Escorit, George Flores.
Continuing for the state of New York, Pedro A. Foria, Sr., Christopher J. Garo, Daniel P. Dedato, Adid Fayaz, Francis A. Gaynor, Anthony J. Garvey, Nicholas A. Giardias, James A. Giarte, Maureen Gill Donahue, Ivan Gonzalez.
Continuing for the state of New York, Thomas J. Graham, Roland A. Gray, Emil Harnischfeger, Ronald E. Higgins, Patrick J. Hogan, Nicholas Holovinsky, John G. Horan, Michael J. Kearns, William J. Keating, William M. Kelly.
Continuing from the state of New York, Edward T. Killick, Robert J. Kirwan, Lawrence W. Lakeman, David J. Lee, Thomas M. Milley, Scott G. Lovenhall, James A. Mastrocovo, John F. McArdle, John S. McCormick, Giorgio Morales, Stephen C. Moelis.
Continuing for the state of New York, Robert Meradian, Alberto Neves, Scott C. Norcutt, Nicholas F. Ortiz, Troy D. Patterson, Martin M. Predator, Andrew L. Quinlan, Marcos Quinones, Frank D. Randall Jr., Thomas F. Roche Jr., Christopher P. Rock, and Michael Morano.
Continuing for the state of New York, Richard L. Ruiz, John C. Ryan, Janelle Sanders, Carl J. Setherholt, Jordan Silver, Zachary Salvin, Victor Vargas, John L. Walker, and James L. Ward.
From the state of North Carolina, Philip D. Nix, K9 Rico, Russell E. Laverell Jones, K9 Santos, Austin S. Rudelhuber.
From the state of North Dakota, Paul S. Martin, Jake R. Wallen.
From the state of Ohio, K9 Fury, Terrence N. Bateman, Anthony E. Cloyd, Joshua I. Hamilton, Mark U. Highland I, Billy J. Uhrig, Marcus Ziegler, Gerald F. Lynch, Matthew D. Mitchell, Timothy J. Unwin III, Marcus L. Ziegler, K9 Fury.
From the state of Oklahoma, John R. Randolph III, Jeremy D. McCain, Joseph L. Barlow, and Kenneth Fowler.
For the state of Oregon, Joseph W. Johnson and Jared J. Miller.
From the state of Pennsylvania, Richard C. Mendez, Jacques F. Roju Jr., Christopher D. Fitzgerald, Sean Leonard Slagansky, and Justin Clark McIntyre.
From the U.S. territories, Puerto Rico, Pedro Torres Santos and Edwin Maldonado Garcia. From the state of South Carolina, Jacob Eric Salrin, Matthew Hare, and Michael Wood.
From the state of Tennessee, Christopher B. Cummings, James M. Russ, Tucker Blakely, Shannon Lang Sr., William Cherry, Jacob A. Biu, Jeffrey Red.
The state of Texas, Stephen Gibson,
K9 Aaron, Jovian Motley, Jorge Pastor, K9 Lennon, John A. Jensen.
Continuing for the state of Texas, Lorenzo Bustos, Stephen A. Carnes, Milton G. Resendez, Darren McMichael, Matthew Pearson, Brian Holly, David Bosiker, Joshua L. Klaus, Jason S. Jones, and Santos Perez.
From the Tribal Police Department, Anthony Francone. From the state of Vermont, Jessica Ebbighausen.
From the U.S. Virgin Islands, Delbert Phillips, Jr.
State of Virginia, Joseph E. Carey, Sr., Mark C. Wagner, II.
From the state of Washington, Jay Miller. From the state of West Virginia, Stephen Gitlin, Corey Maynard.
State of Wisconsin, Kaylin R. Leasing, Emily A. Bradenbach, Hunter T. Schill, Peter E. C. Jerving.
Let us have a moment of silence to remember the sacrifice of all the officers who passed away in 2023. Please now rise as we render a final salute to our fallen officers as Medina High School senior Robbie Woolnow and junior Zach Tandra play taps. Medina County Sheriff's Color Guard, retire the colors. Medina High School graduate and University of South Florida senior, Peyton Felton, will now offer our benediction.
You may be seated, and you may bow your heads for the closing prayer. Dear Lord, thank you again for everyone here tonight. And may all the women and men in blue feel our love and support tonight. And Lord, can we please carry this forward as we leave here tonight? I pray that everyone has a safe and blessed weekend and a happy Mother's Day. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Thank you, Peyton. Ladies and gentlemen, an event such as this could not happen with the support of a lot of people and all of you as well. Root Candles, Michael's Art and Crafts, the Flower Gallery, and Cheryl Kerr and Bueller's Fresh Foods. Additionally, Annie Satterwhite Dupre is the lady who makes this happen every year. Let's give Annie and all of our sponsors a nice round of applause, please. Before you leave, please know that the Celtic Eagle Pipe Band, who are now off stage, who we've enjoyed performing tonight, they're going to a national competition in New York on May 17th, and candles are being sold out in the hallway there to help with their expenses, so please be generous in helping fund their trip. Once again, we want to say thank you to all of our police officers and deputies in attendance tonight. Let's give them a round of applause, please. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Have a great evening, and please drive safely going home. Thank you.